welcome back to another Halloween video tutorial. Let's go ahead and get started with our Becca 24-Hour Ultimate Coverage Foundation on a wet beauty sponge. Go ahead and just put that all over. This is just gonna act as our base, of course. I've already moisturized and primed beforehand. Next, we're going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer to highlight and prime the eyes. Next, I'm taking the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder to go ahead and set everything in place. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with the skull part of the makeup. We're going to take our black face paint and start tracing out your skull's eye sockets. I went over my eyebrows, and these don't have to be any specific shape. You'll see that on one of mine I kind of have like a little indent. You can make perfect circles if you want to, just any shape you want. I kind of thought of it as like drawing on like a big pair of glasses, pretty much. So go ahead and draw your eye sockets out, and then go ahead and start to fill them in with the cream paint. I didn't want it so close to my eyes, so I just blended it towards my eyes, and we'll end up going in with a black eyeshadow over our lids a little bit later. Oh, I forgot to say that making the shape around your eyes doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of think that the less circular they are, the more character they give, so don't beat yourself up if they're not perfectly identical or anything like that. Just kind of go with the shape that you created. I'm going in with my Morphe 35P eyeshadow palette and just taking that matte black eyeshadow, and I'm going over the paint to set it, and then I'm also putting this over the rest of the blank area that we didn't fill in with the cream paint before. Like I said, I didn't want the cream paint kind of like melting into my eyes as the night went on, so I'm using the black eyeshadow and layering that up quite a bit, just making everything matte black. Okay, here I am using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean on the waterline, just so that our eyes look a little bit more cohesive. Is that even a word? I mean, I know it's a word, but does it make sense? Cohesive. I don't know. So that it all looks the same. You know what I mean. Moving on to the nose part. I don't know how well I can explain this, but I'm taking the black paint and I'm kind of imagined like a little candle flame. You can make whatever nose shape you desire, but go ahead and just watch what I'm doing. hard to explain too, but I'm taking a white eyeliner to map out the temples and the mouth area. I'm following the natural shape of my own temples and then bringing that eyeliner down underneath my cheekbones and connecting it to the mouth. We are really going to speed up this part because this part took me probably the longest. We're going to take our white cream paint and paint over our lips. This doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, it should kind of be more messy because we're going to go back in and fill in our skull with white anyways. For the teeth, I drew a line straight up at the center of my mouth, and then I drew a tiny triangle there at the bottom. I drew another line straight up with a triangle at the bottom, making sure the two triangles connect. Oh, bless you. And then again on the other side, a line straight up, connecting the triangles at the bottom. And you can round out your teeth if you'd like. You can make the triangles more prominent and more sharp, so you kind of have a different shape. Whatever shape you want is gonna work, but I just did this at the top and the bottom. When we get to the edges of the mouth, remember that white line we drew with the eyeliner? Go ahead and follow that line. Now that we have our teeth done, it's time to go over the white eyeliner with our black. Here I'm kind of making the hollows of the cheeks go over the mouth. During this whole time, I seriously had like 15 tabs open of different Sugarskulls for reference. I've never done this before. This was my first time doing this. So I kind of just did my own variation of different Sugarskulls that I saw. You can make your cheek and mouth part look however you want. Again, this is just what I found cool, and it was pretty simple to do. So go ahead and fill in your temples, the hollows of your cheeks and mouth, and then we are going to again take a matte black eyeshadow and make sure to set everything in place, especially when you're using cream paints, because if you're actually out at like a party or trick-or-treating, at least here in Arizona, it's pretty hot still, so you don't want all of this stuff slipping and sliding around. fingers, and then I went in with brushes to get more precisely around the eyes and the nose and the temple area. For this next step, I'm taking the NYX Glitter Brilliance in the color Gold, and I used their Glitter Brilliance primer. I didn't know how many teeth I wanted to do, so I ended up only doing a few, but I do go back and do the rest, so you guys can fill in the teeth with the gold glitter now. Again, I'm not sure how well the primer worked over the cream paint, but it was fine. I'm sure it would have been more pigmented if we used something else. Anyways, we're moving on to the best part. We are taking spirit gum into our temples to add on gears. The gears took me so long to plan out. I wanted this part to be perfect. Spirit gum does have special instructions, so you put on the spirit gum, tap it for quite a few seconds actually, and then once it becomes super sticky, then you can add on the gears. I added different gears of different colors all over my face in the black areas, and then I end up going into the forehead area and around the eyes with some gears. So each side of my face is not identical with these gears. Again, I feel like the more differentiation, oh my god, I don't know words today, you have, then the more character it brings to our steampunk Sugarskull. So just kind of get creative with it. Again, it doesn't have to be the same, it doesn't have to be perfect, just go with what you feel. This part really kicked it up a notch. So I'm taking the Maybelline Metallic Lip Kit in the color Venomous, and I'm actually taking that glitter that they have on the side there and putting it over all of the black spots. Oh my god, look how cool this looks. You can take probably any glitter eyeshadow. Of all the reference videos that I saw, I didn't really see anything quite like this, so I feel like it was pretty different. It gives a cool highlight to the black areas, and since we're going for that steampunk Sugarskull kind of look, I feel like this color really made it stand out and kind of bring everything together. Moving on to the gears on the forehead, same process as before. Spirit gum, tap the spirit gum, add your gear, and repeat. I love how it came out on the forehead, and again, using different colors, different shapes and sizes, and doesn't have to be perfect. I popped on some mascara and some different earrings. I love how asymmetrical this looks. I feel like it really